Good afternoon, Year 3, and welcome to your second art lesson. I hope you enjoy this one. I like doing this one. It also relates to our English that we have been doing. So today we're going to be using watercolour and collage to recreate Icarus flying in a beautiful sky. Now, I know at home you might not have any watercolours. That's fine. You might not even have any paints. Don't worry. Improvisation is all we can do. And look, I'm being eaten by a lion. So, thinking about a beautiful sky then, what colours can you use to create a lovely blend for a nice sky? Think about the colours that you'll see. Think about different types of day through the different seasons, and think about where Icarus is in that sky. Okay, so hopefully you've come up with lots of nice yellows, oranges, some blues, maybe a bit of purple. And how can we blend those? Well, we know that purple is made from blue and red. Yeah, orange is made from yellow and red. So some nice bit of mixing that we could do there. Okay, so this is our inspiration for Icarus's artwork. So what I actually have here is the this amazing book for Greek myths, and it actually does all the comic versions, so it's all cartoon. It's a Walker book, and it contains loads and loads of the myths from Greek mythology, and this one is the Daedalus and Icarus myth. Now it's really lovely because the wings have lovely different colours, as you can see on the picture on there with Icarus, who is too close to that sun, and it just really ties in with what we've been doing this English lesson. So we've got our own comic strips here. You've got the labyrinth, you've got Icarus wanting to be free, and he's making the wings out of feathers and wax. Then we've got here Daedalus is saying, "Stay close to me, Icarus," and getting higher and higher as he goes up, and he's getting closer and closer to the sun. I don't know if you could see that there. And then we come to the next page, which is our image there of him being really close to that sun, and that its hot brilliance surrounds him. So my art that I've made is very much the centre of the sun here, but I think you can have a little look at these skies, and hopefully it gives you a bit of inspiration for a particular sky that you would like to recreate. Mine, as I said, was mainly this inside bit here that I have tried to recreate, and you will see in my video on the next slide of me creating my Icarus art. So for the people who may not have watercolours, or may not even have any paint, don't worry, because you can actually mix together paint and water, and that will create a nice watercolour base. Or you could just simply use pencils, which is fine. Okay, so with watercolour you always want to add water to your page first in that section. Now this is going really fast because you didn't want to sit through 16 minutes of me creating my artwork. So I'm just dabbing the paint. Now I've got a nice amount of paint on my paintbrush, not too much, and I don't have too much water because I'm adding the water to the page first so I can spread out that paint. Now hopefully you can see that I've mixed my yellows and my reds, and I've created a nice orange, and I'm just using all of what was on my paintbrush to move that paint around. I'm slowly making my way out around the page, just adding a bit more colour, mixing up those colours there, making sure to spread it out. I'm trying to create that look in the book where the oranges and the yellows mix together and create some nice sort of heat waves. I then thought, well, it would be nice to put a bit of purple through this colour, and this is where I think I tried to be a bit too crazy with my colours. I think I should have just left it the way that it was, but these things happen. So I've tried to mix with the purple in the palette, but it wouldn't let me, and I forgot to put my mixing bowl out, so I mixed it on the page, which created a bit of an awful brown colour, but it looks so much better when it was dry. So here's my Icarus, and here are my wings. So I made wings, I folded the card in half and actually just cut the wings out so they were symmetrical on each side. Then what I'm doing is I'm just simply gluing the wings, putting a bit of paper in that section and just cutting around the wings so I get a nice cut, and I don't have to try and estimate what I need for it. Now it's entirely up to you how you do this. I just found that this was a nice, simple and quick way of creating that wing collage. The feathers and Icarus outline, if you wanted, it will be on the school website ready for you to download, but you can use all sorts of coloured paper or any magazines or old calendars or anything that you can find to create this collagey effect of colour. It doesn't have to be wings, it can be anything. Obviously if you're at school, you've got the wings there, so I'm just adding in those little extra gaps, cutting up bits of paper, gluing it on, making sure to fill out most of the white. I know I did miss a few little bits, but pretty much all of the wing is covered. And we're just doing that last bit. And then stick on my Icarus. So they come from his back, okay, across the shoulders. And then I place it, wait for it to dry. Obviously mine's not dry. And then I just pretend to stick it down, and there we have it. There is your Icarus artwork. So hopefully you're going to really enjoy doing this and get some inspiration from looking at the skies or having a look at pictures online of different kinds of skies and the colours that you could use. But like I said, if you don't have paint or you don't have watercolours, that's fine. We don't expect you to, but if you've got any pencils, or if you know that you've got bits of paper, coloured paper that you can stick on, you can even do a collage background if you wanted. It would just be nice to have a nice background, and a nice sky background for you to use for your Icarus. So your task today is to create a beautiful background that represents the sky / sun. So you might want to do the sky when he's flying up with his father, or you can do the part where he is at the sun, the most highest point, and where his wax starts to melt. What I really want you to think about, if you can, is your blending of colours. So not just using the paint palette colours, try mixing things together to get a nice oranges, some different shades of oranges as well would be lovely. So thinking about that blending. Then you will need to draw your own Icarus and create wings for him. So it's entirely up to you if you want to use the example of the Icarus that I have. That is on the school website, as I said, for you to print out and then create your own wings. I did the wings and Icarus separately, so then I didn't have to struggle to put collage around his arms, and I feel like it's more effective having the layers of the image, because the wings and his legs are separate. They actually come off the page. You can see the shadow of the wings and his legs on that picture there. So the wings definitely need to be a collage style. So like I said, ask around for small magazines to cut up if you have no printer or you've got no ink, but there are places everywhere that you can have a look for, hopefully in the house, that have nice bright colours for some wings to recreate a collage wing effect for Icarus. Well, I really hope you enjoy this lesson, and I can't wait to see some of your amazing artwork. I really enjoyed seeing your chaos artwork last week. Way better than what I created, so I'm really happy with that. So definitely please give this a try if you can. It will be lovely to see your amazing artwork. Hope you have a lovely weekend, and I will see you on Monday ready for science. Thank you, bye.